Swadika and welcome to Be My Guest. I'm Sorosha Ratanapian and this is the program which is Be My Guest. The program which brings you successful stories of entrepreneurs and organizations in both the domestic and international arenas. Talking about blind people and also children with special needs, they are often restricted in their ability to interact socially. And that can be an apprehension or awkwardness on the part of sighted people or children with disabilities or children with special needs when dealing with the blind, which can lead to difficult for the blind in developing relationships. Moreover, they are normally deprived with good job in the future and job opportunity, which brings about the financial problems. In this episode of Be My Guest, we are listening to a project from students from the King Mongkut Institute of Technology, like Rabang, who intend to help underprivileged people, also the blind and also children with special needs. And I'm granted the opportunity with Ajahn Jarupat Ashwasamit, the lecturer of Industrial Design Department, Faculty of Architecture of King Mongkut Institute of Technology, Raj Rabang. Swadika.
Swadika.
Actually we have known each other already from the previous section of Be My Guest. Right now in this episode of Be My Guest, we are focusing on a project which is called SpaceCraft.
Yes.
So could you explain a bit on what SpaceCraft is?
Yes, from my many years of teaching, I have seen so many good design projects come and go with the student. After they graduated, they left the university and started working somewhere else and forgot about their good design projects they did during their coursework. And so many years of that, I felt like we have to do something. The university has to support the student in terms of marketing and sales and business advice. So I wrote a proposal to the university and asked for a grant, and we have received the grant to start a project, and I named it SpaceCraft. What SpaceCraft do is we selected good design projects from the coursework, and then we would help the student. Of course, they have to be willing to do so, and we advise them starting from design, redefining the design with the production, and we would recommend good suppliers and teach them how to deal with suppliers, as well as market the work and sell, and teach them how to sell the work both online and offline.
I see. So what are the objectives of SpaceCraft project?
Objective derived from our philosophy in the university, which is problem-based learning. We are not only teaching what's in the book, but we also teach them what is in the real world, in the industry. So we would love to use this objective and to train our student to become an owner or entrepreneur of their own business.
So that means throughout the university year, I believe it's the last year of students life, so they have to learn the business side and also the design side as well.
Yes.
And there is a team, right, of teachers.
Actually, it's my project that I asked the grant from the university, but there is a team of students who help supporting me, and also the team of the student who own each brand, because SpaceCraft is like an umbrella which has so many brands of each student underneath it.
So that means each brand will be responsible for marketing. And launching the product in the market, in real world as well.
Yes. They are responsible from zero, from day one, from designing the collection, choosing material, the color, the texture, and everything. And also, after they have done their own prototype, they need to find supplier or a factory that would produce the products for them. And then they would have to do the fashion shoot. Of course, we support them. SpaceCraft project support them with the funding. So SpaceCraft paid for the models and the photographer and the stylist, and we used our university as a location for the fashion shoot. Also, we set up online outlet for them to sell their work as well.
So do you have any websites for the online outlet for students?
Yes, our website is SpaceCraftCollection.com, and
Okay.
also we are more active on Facebook because in Thailand Thai population is very active on Facebook. So we mostly sell on Facebook.
Okay, so that means basically consumers can check out the collection
Yes.
online, and they can buy products online.
Yes.
As well. Through SpaceCraftCollection.com.
SpaceCraft, yes.
Okay. Now, what about criteria of selecting who can be members in SpaceCraft projects?
Right. At the beginning, the coursework themselves has to be good. Then I would select the good coursework, design work that is qualified. Then the work itself would be even better if, firstly, it supports the environment. If it's friendly to the environment, either it's upcycle or recycle material. Secondly, it should support the people in needs, either disabilities or communities in the remote area, any communities that need help. If spacecraft project could be part of that, that's the second criteria. And thirdly, if it's portray the good tradition of Thailand or continue a good tradition of Thailand, that would be a third criteria. Also, it has to be a very good design. And lastly, it has to have originality.
Okay, so these 5 criteria is actually combined together to be a successful candidate or member
Yes.
of SpaceCraft collection here. You mentioned one keyword, which is good design. So as there are good designers, I believe that the word good design is not really easy to achieve. So what are good design in your opinion?
Yeah, in our part, because mainly we want to commercialize the product. So good design in our sense, in spacecraft sense, has to be marketable. It has to have the sell point,
I see.
the talking point. And we always have that in design project by students. Because in order to pass the proposal, the design proposal or design brief, they have to have their own very unique start. For example, one student would like to work with people with visual impair, and that's a very good talking point, a very good start, because they have to do all the homework of how to work with the visually impaired. Or another project is the student would love to work with children with special needs, and that's another task of the student as well, to research about it and to learn how to work with such children, and also to cooperate and make it possible for the product.
Okay, and you have wrapped up the definition and also the terms of a good design.
Yes.
But for now it's time for a short break. We'll right back and we will meet 2 young designers who are graduates from the Faculty of Architecture. And then we will learn more on what they did and what they are doing and have been doing in SpaceCraft collection. So don't go away and please stay tuned and be my guest. And welcome back to the program. You're watching Be My Guest, and I'm Sarosha Ratanapian. And in this break, we'll learn more about the collection, which is under SpaceCraft, project. And we are now, with students who are actually a vital part, in producing, 2 projects, basically, for SpaceCraft collection or SpaceCraft project. So could you introduce yourself to our fans to Be My Guest?
Okay, my name is Sidapha Naksuwan. I just graduated from Industrial Design Department and Faculty of Architecture.
My name is Ruchuta Rachanan, just graduated from Industrial Design Department as well.
My name is Chanakit Murides, SpaceCraft Project Coordinator.
My name is Ton Phontam Hangstipun, responsible the Love is Blind project.
Okay, so starting with a Love is Blind project. So what is Love is Blind project?
Well, this project is start with class project called Me Plus project, and it's about create a brand add that we are social enterprise brands, and our team is explored what we like to do, and the answer is an art. So we have about a question about how visually empowered people admire art. Because of that question is the story of this project.
Okay. And what did you create in this project?
Me, I'm a design of the pattern of the method how they do. Yeah.
Okay.
So we our first experiments is laser cut and little sheet, little pad, well as a pattern, and use a rope or a different texture ribbon to thread in the pad and create a picture on it, and we learned that it can be a picture. So we think this can be used for the visually impaired people too. So we contact the Samacha and they interesting to help us. So when we work with them, the result is so impressive because they can do more than we expect. We can do some detail that actually we can do that best. So all of this is a reason why we want to do this project, to show other people what they can do actually.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
So for your project, so basically it helps the visually impaired
Yes.
people or blind people. And what are the lessons that you have learned in this project?
First, we learned that visually impaired is not that so. That's
It's not the disadvantage. It's not disadvantage.
yes. They have a happy life. They're very nice and they want to help other people, and they just don't want us to.
To feel sorry for them.
Yes, they just want to be happy, and they're so kind, and their ability is very good. Because they can't see, but everything is much better than us.
Okay.
Yes.
And your answer actually has been proven by your products here,
Yes.
which are very delicate, in terms of design, and who unbelievably that actually is created, by blind people. Now we are moving on to another project, which is your project. So could you tell us a bit on what is your project?
First of all, the beginning, I have to do my thesis on in textile design. So actually, I like graphic design and pattern on fabric. So if I just do this thing only, maybe it's too normal. So I have to think how should I do a special pattern and graphic. So definitely I looking for the children with special needs, and I chose CCD or Christian Care Foundation for Children with Disability in Thailand, and I got a chance from Kun Wasan, the executive, and all of staff to do this project.
Okay. So what did you create, or what are your words?
I have to plan the system, what they want to do, what they some people. Some children they want to paint, but some children they want to drawing. Yes, I have to plan and manage the system. Yes, that we have.
Okay. Now talking about working process, so what is step 1, till the last step?
First step, I give the paper and crayon for them, and I just tell them that what is your character, and they imagine and they drawing on paper, and I took this paper become a block screen and take this box screen to them, and they screen it by themselves and painting and in next step.
Okay, and then you used that painting, okay, to create, okay, this type of product, okay, which is a bag with a very colorful, okay,
Yes.
graphics here, okay. What are the lessons that you have learned from this project?
I have learned in this project. I take it takes many skills to work with many people, and you have to observe what they have to what they want to do. I told you some people want to draw, some people want to paint, and they can working together.
Okay, and it's you who work with them as well, okay, as a a group, okay, or as a team, okay. So thank you very much, okay, for the two projects, okay, and also there are demonstrations, okay, of products here, okay, which are really, okay, beautiful, okay, I have to admit this point. So for the last comment, okay, of this break, so Ajahn Ka, could you tell us a bit on how did you give comments or how did you suggest these students throughout that journey, in SpaceCraft?
Yes, what the student has to do, it's not only designing. What they did was they designed the process and they designed the method of how to work with people of different quality. Say in this group, how Fa would have to decide and plan in advance. How would she make the best out of the children's painting? And after she received the first painting, she wasn't able to use it in her design, so she had to go back and think again how to frame the method of how to work together, and then she went back again with some more structure in terms of the color, in terms of the material, and then until she received what she expected, and then she could bring the artwork made by the children into her design. Same here as Tân Tong, that because visually impaired people, they have very, very good hand skill, because in most of their life the touch is very important to them. So Tân Tong designed a platform that even though they cannot see, she laser cut the leather into holes into a grid system and told the visually impaired people to thread it or to embroider it into patterns. And somehow the grid system is a language between them. It's similar to Braille language, that it's a grid system and you use dot, 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 dot as how you communicate with each other. So of course they are designer, but they're not only designing the product, they design the process and the method to work with people of different skills. And this is what I'm really proud of my student.
I see, okay. So thank you very much, okay, for your comments here. So we have learned a lot actually on how teacher and students are working together, okay, in order to create, okay, a successful product like this, okay. So keep your fingers crossed, okay, and good luck, okay, for future, okay, projects. Actually, it's active projects right now, okay. And you all, okay, you can also support SpaceCraft collection as well by logging into www.SpaceCraft, okay, it's SpaceCraft collection, okay, SpaceCraft collection, okay, .com. But for now, it's time for a short break. Right back, we learn more, okay, about the feedbacks of this project and also its contribution to Thai society. However, don't go away again, and please stay tuned on our last section of Be My Guest. Welcome back to the program, and you're watching Be My Guest, okay, with me, Sarosha Ratanapian. And in the last break here, I want to listen to the lecturer, okay, who is actually initiated, okay, the project, which is SpaceCraft, okay, project. So what have been the feedbacks, okay, from the past? Actually, this has been the second year, okay, already of this project, right? So what are the feedbacks so far?
Yeah, Thanks to social media, our feedback has been so good in terms of publicity as well as the sales. As soon as I share the post, friends of friends and colleagues would, come up and ask for the price and interested in our products as well as sharing our posts. So most of our collection are sold out.
Okay. So do you have to spend, some investment in advertising? Because when we talk about marketing, we have to talk about money. We have to talk about maybe advertising on Facebook, for instance.
Luckily, we never have to pay for internet boost or social media boost because it's a natural viral. Everybody likes the project because each project has its own uniqueness. So people would love to share it. Sometimes we have 1,000 shares and especially the project with the children with special needs, we have a lot of share and interest. Also with other media, the mass media, because we are helping the society, helping the community of each special group. So also we have the help and support from the mass media.
Okay, so all in all, this actually has been a success. Okay, now milestone. For university and also for students or for young designers themselves. Yes. So regarding the contribution, to the society, so what are they?
I think when people see our projects, each collection, they see the hope that it's actually possible for students to become an owner of their own brand, become an entrepreneur, and also the hope for people with special needs, people who wants to do something good for the environment. So I think we're quite a good example of how small group of people can create such a change.
Okay, and these are projects that we have seen actually. There are kind of products from social enterprise as well. So they're actually made something for society.
Yes, and it's a concept that I always teach my student. It's called Me Plus. Me is the student. When they do this project, they have to have something from it. They have to earn something from it, either happiness or money or goal achievement for their job, and that's me. And plus is the society or the environment. For me and for the student to be able to achieve the project, they have to think both, think of themselves and think of the society or the environment. So that's why we call it Me Plus.
I see. Okay, I love the title here of this project. So last but not least, any final note for our viewers?
The final note, please support our SpaceCraft collection. I think the best way is to go to Facebook. You can search SpaceCraft collection and it would come up. And we don't only have these two incredible projects. We have a lot more, and some are innovation, which is another point of view that I would really like my student to focus on. So if I can leave the last note, that would be please support SpaceCraft project.
Okay, so you can support it for now by logging into website, www.facebook.com / SpaceCraft collection.
Yes.
Okay. And that's all, the time we have, for being my guest in this episode. So thank you very much, to be a starting point, to create this collection, So I believe that many students, were inspired, by you. So thank you very much for your time today. ขอบพระคุณค่ะ
ขอบคุณค่ะ ขอบคุณค่ะ
SpaceCraft project has been helping the blind and also children with special needs to make a living and feel themselves valuable and better when they can actually create something by their own. Moreover, students from the program can learn hands-on experiences from their study and can actually learn how to work with people in the real society. For more information about this project, you can log into www.facebook.com / SpaceCraft collection. And that has been a wrap up of this episode of Be My Guest. Thank you very much for watching us and tuning in. For more information, you can log into thainews.prd.go.th/en. And I'm Sarosha Ratanapian. สวัสดีค่ะ